Distinguished Chairperson, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor and privilege for me to speak at the Human Rights Council session this year. The strategy Uzbekistan 2030 is consistent with the Sustainable Development Goals. We are grateful to the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres for his comprehensive support to the continuing reforms during his second visit to Uzbekistan last July. Currently, the world is facing a critical environmental situation. The triple planetary crisis, climate change, the loss of the biodiversity, and the environmental contamination are worsening. In response of these challenges, the national initiative Green Land was launched in Uzbekistan 3 years ago. The implementation of the regional climate strategy has been launched jointly with neighboring states. In addition, Uzbekistan initiated two important resolutions adopted by the United Nations in this area. Last June, the traditional fourth Samarkand Forum on Human Rights devoted to environmental challenges, ensuring sustainable solutions for the future of human rights in a changing world was held. We express our gratitude for the active support of the international initiative of Uzbekistan on the adoption of 4 resolutions on the UN General Assembly, as well as 2 resolutions of the Human Rights Council on youth and human rights and elimination of domestic violence. Last year, our country achieved significant milestones by being elected of the ECOSOC and the Administrative Council of the ILO. Additionally, for the first time, a representative of Uzbekistan was elected as a member of the Human Rights Committee. Looking ahead, this year Uzbekistan will hold 2 global gatherings: the 150th Assembly of the Interparliamentary Union and the UNESCO General Conference. Last May, Uzbekistan had organized the first time Asian Women's Forum regional approach in issues of women's economic, social and political empowerment. According to the World Bank, Uzbekistan is among the top 5 countries that has significantly advanced gender equality by including the key reforms. As part of the commitments undertaking, we are implementing the National Human Rights Strategy. Last year, Uzbek Parliament is adopted new laws on the Children's Ombudsman, on protection of children from all forms of violence, and on the Parliamentary Ombudsman, as well as ratified 5 ILO conventions. Uzbekistan actively participated in the UN World Programme for Human Rights Education. The country is implementing the National Programme for Human Rights Education. Together with the High Commissioner and his regional office for Central Asia, we are implementing the roadmap containing concrete measures on the High Commissioner's recommendations. We have extended a standing invitation to all mandate holders to visit our country. Uzbekistan provides 34 responses to all 4 inputs and questions of the High Commissioner and special procedures on time. Last August, we were honored the host of UN Special Rapporteur on the right to adequate housing, Mr. Rajagopal, during his visit to our country. We are ready to cooperate on the implementation of his recommendations. Currently, we are in the process of preparing a new national human rights strategy until 2030, which will incorporate measures to implement the recommendations of UPR and treaty bodies in alignment with the principles of the SDGs. We hope you will support our initiative to develop and promote the United Nations General Assembly resolution on protecting human rights in the context of combating the negative consequence of climate change in Central Asia. Thank you.